Hi, this is Mr. Titanium, i.e. Richard Wagner. I'm your host, Richard Wagner, and today we're going to talk about the cell's energy currency, ATP, adenosine triphosphate. What happens is when you have an adenosine group, it pairs with a phosphate, and that's fine. Phosphates happen to carry a negative charge, and one of the things that we know is that charges that are opposite, a positive and a negative charge, attract. Charges that are similar, that are the same, repel. So if we were to get another phosphate group and try to stick it onto the adenosine, the two phosphates would repel each other. Well, what we do is there's a bond, and bringing those two phosphate groups together is kind of like having a spring that's wound and that just wants to push the phosphates apart. But we have a bond like a rubber band that holds them together and keeps the keeps the spring from springing. Then we put a third phosphate on, and that supercharges it. Now you have three negatives that are really trying to separate, yet the bond is holding them all together. All you need to do is snip that bond and energy will be released. But the question is, how do we get those phosphates close together? Well, we use mechanical force. The mechanical force is generated through ATP synthase. ATP synthase is a little turbine that sits within the inner membrane of your mitochondria. On one side of the membrane is protons, and on the other side, there aren't. And that's a proton gradient. And the protons travel from high concentration to low concentration. And just like a wind blows a windmill, the protons spin the turbine. And the turbine literally uses mechanical force to create the bonds between the adenosine and the three phosphate groups. And that's how we create adenosine triphosphate. But you might be asking, where do the protons come from? They come from our food. Just think about it. Sugar is C6H12O6. Hydrogen is nothing more than a proton and electron. When you strip away the electron from a hydrogen atom, you have your proton. And that's where the protons come from. So it's through the act of digestion and the various different biochemical processes that occur thereafter. And that's how we create ADP. I hope you found this interesting. Like and subscribe. Bye-bye.